I restarted everything, and for the moment, it appears that we are okay, so... Theoretically. I still have not set up my audio cues. I really got to put a note. I need to put a note down, because I will keep forgetting. Alright. Got a fresh cup of coffee. I restarted everything. It looks like we're good for the moment. So we'll just see how the morning goes. I didn't have it mixed. There we go. Okay. I would like to sleep. Actually, you know, before I talk to any of these people, I need to go to town and go to the blacksmith. Because I have so many things I need to sell and I need to upgrade gear. See what we could see. I do wish we could open up the map with a hotkey. That would be nice, instead of having to go through menus. Looks like we just go straight down.
Some decorum.
Let's sell first.
All my weapons are crafted with care.
I don't need a torch for anything, do I? Oh, that has an ability on it. Slashing reeds after being hit. Health every 2 seconds. Shit, I need to go, Glad I didn't sell that. Do I need the disguise anymore, I wonder? If I don't need that disguise anymore, I'm gonna sell it. What am I gonna do? Gunpowder. Okay. I don't know that I need this disguise either. Yes, I can store stuff at the chests. I just published the patch video earlier. We were checking things out in the first stream drop and then we had a little bit of a hiccup. So I had to restart the stream. Where the heck is...
My forge never rests. Come back soon.
That's the logging axe. It's not showing up in my inventory. I need to go check multiple vendors and try to sell more stuff, I think. I don't know if I need... Man, that's a big question. Like, I don't know if I need all these costumes. I definitely don't need that axe.
Searching for a sturdy blade?
But I need money because I need to go strip out the... Because, like, the upgrading of your gear takes a ton of coin because you have to open up the slots on your gear. You have to unlock those at that NPC, and that's expensive. But I've got more gear that I can strip things out of. So it's just going to have to be a question of I need to farm cash. Like... Yeah, we're on the second stream of the day, guys. The first stream got nuked because we were having some stream issues. I restarted everything. We're back. It seems to be working good now. So I took the time while I was offline to publish patch notes and everything. So put out a YouTube short, TikTok short, Instagram reel. All right, let me...
If you want something unique, just ask.
We're at rank 4 on most of my stuff. But not here. I don't have enough iron ore. I definitely need some iron ore. This would give me defense. Have I ever used the dagger? See, I still haven't found large bones. I don't know where to find those yet. Alright, well, let's upgrade the shield. That'll give me at least one upgrade. And I can upgrade the bow. What happened? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Sí está? The game's been out for 3 days, guys. It's just way too early to be asking about sequels. Come on now. Sequels are 3-4 years down the road. Come on now, just go play the game.
Unique, just up. If the song of the forge calls.
Deer and bear can drop bones. Okay, I've never tried killing wildlife. That's a good tip, Derbrom. Thank you. So if I'm gonna farm cash, it sounds to me like I'm gonna have to start farming bounties. All right, patch notes are out, guys. Patch videos are out. Every platform has been patched. Go. All the videos are published on YouTube. Make sure you keep up.
Oh, you're as civilized as a rock, aren't you?
AFK Gamer says, what sequels? What? They know this is a brand new game that's available right now. I know it just came out 3 days ago. Is there gonna be a sequel? So I think I'm going to have to start farming bounties because I need cash. And it looks like bounties is going to be a pretty easy way to get cash. And side quests. So probably for the next few streams, I'm going to be ignoring the main quest a little bit. I want to progress it to the point where I can get... I need to figure out how to upgrade the camp. I haven't figured that out yet. I want to progress the main quest to the point where I can start upgrading my camp. Once I can get to that point, I'm gonna start doing side quests and upgrading all my gear, assuming. What happened? I lost the button. Where'd it go? Climb over. Okay. Where's this fucking outlaw?
A good laugh lets you forget the shit work for a bit. Just want a bit of peace and quiet. Is that too much to ask?
Don't test me.
Well, you know.
Waste of space.
I also need to look up a guide on stealing to understand how I can steal and not, like, lose contribution stuff. Some stuff I can take and some stuff I can't. What's up, Thandar? There is thieving. Yep. What's up, Shiny? What's up, everybody? Rob a bank. Never seen that. You can invest your money in the bank, but you have to invest 100 silver. See, if thieving gets you rich, I would love to do thieving, but I don't know how it works. Like, I don't understand it because I've got my mask on. Right? But then if I, like, rob stuff, even if there's nobody around, I lose faction, and I don't want to lose faction. Supposedly there's like a bounty right around here, but I don't see it, so... Oh, there it is. Wait, he's running. He's running. Gotcha, bitch.
If you got a moment.
Who are you?
Excuse me if you got a moment.
Let me go!
I don't have a moment, no.
I'll call for the guards!
Excuse me if you got a moment.
I don't have a moment. I'm busy.
Excuse me if you got a moment.
Jesus, dude.
You're missing the real prize here.
Excuse me if you got a moment.
What?
Pulling me in won't change the world.
I just chucked my
Excuse me if
bounty.
you got a moment.
Hopefully he doesn't run off while I'm talking to
help
this
you?
dude. Alright, I was given a note. I'm wondering. Contribution shop flyer. Hang on. Pick this dude up.
You get paid. I go home. We both win.
I need to find more bells to ring as well. I've only ever found the one. There's definitely cats in the game.
Bro, take a look. Impressive work.
That's the one. Lock 'em up.
You know, we'll run out of cells at this rate. Still, you saved me some trouble. Thank you. If you find more scum in the future, bring 'em here.
Alright. I got a little bit of money for that. I'm not quite as broke as I was. All right, I've upgraded what I can. I want to go back. I think we're gonna go stash our
Kindness? Well, life does give you good days now and then.
stash our outfits, and then we're gonna see about pursuing the main quest a little bit more to see if we can't unlock the camp upgrades. I did not mean to give a coin to him. I wanted to talk to this guy.
Ah, Greymane, it's you! I
Yes.
felt so hopeless back then. But the gold leaves compensated all my losses.
That's right,
So
Thandar.
thanks to you, Greymane.
Cause he needs wares
True.
to hawk.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ah, Greymane, it's you! I felt so hopeless back then. But the gold leaves compensated all my losses. It's all thanks to you, Greymane. Truly, thank you.
Alright. I think we're good to head back to the camp and drop off all my outfits and stuff, and then see about...
Did birds really find the smell of leather so pleasing? Saw a white-winged redstart while walking the forest paths. I trailed it, so enchanted, and its home was at the tannery.
Okay. No, this guy.
Is there anything special you're after?
That's kind of what I want to do, is get to the point where I can start contributing to the camp, to upgrade my camp. And then I'm just going to start doing side questing. Because I need coin to upgrade my gear, and I'm not willing to pursue the main... I'm not willing to go to the next boss fight until I
Fine choice.
can start
I've got
upgrading my
plenty of
gear, and I
fine
can't
goods
upgrade
at
my
all
gear
at fair
until I get
prices.
bones. And in order to get bones, I want to upgrade the camp. In order to upgrade the camp, I need to do more things, and in order to, I need to open. So all of my gear.
Should you need anything?
If you look at your gear, all of this stuff has the round dot. Those 3 round dots, those 2 round dots, 2 round dots, 2 round dots. My weapon has 2 abilities on it because I unlocked 2 of those circles and then I put abilities on there. I need to have abilities on all of my gear. And unlocking those slots is very expensive. It was like 10 silver, 20 silver, and then 30 silver for the third. So it's very expensive, because then you can come over here and you could take these things that are drops, like this right here. This set of gloves has 2 items that I can strip out of it. One is the slashing reeds ability, which allows me to scatter a deadly flurry of reeds, dealing damage to enemies hit. And then the other one is a health regen. You get 0.2 health back every 1 second. The health regen alone is massive. I need that on one of my pieces of gear. So that's my number 1 priority, is getting my gear upgraded. I haven't come across any of that, Dribrum.
You know where to find me.
I know where the witch is. I've already been there. The question is, I need more money. So, dude, there's another outlaw around here? No. All right. Okay, let's go back to our camp. Music is good. Let's go drop off all of these outfits into the finally usable storage chest.
Find them.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Stash that. Stash that, 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 that. Oh, I need to read that. I got a new flyer. Contribution from your adventures can be spent, excuse me, at the contribution shop in each region. Use your contribution to purchase special items or sell them back to retrieve. You'll need to find them within their respective towns. I forgot all about that as well. That's another way to get things. Yes, I really want to get to the point where I can upgrade my camp. That's my number one priority now. I want to get to the point that I can upgrade my camp, and after that I'm going to start side questing. You think the quests are mundane in this game? Well, you know what? You're not wrong, but you have to change how you approach playing this game if you're going to enjoy it. The developers stated in the run-up to this game that this is not a narrative RPG like The Witcher 3. They specifically stated this is a sandbox adventure game. If you adjust your expectations accordingly, I promise you you'll have fun with this game. I, personally, my number one type of game that I play on my channel is narrative RPGs with cutscenes, romance options, party members. I play narrative RPGs, primarily. But I also enjoy crafting survival games. I also enjoy point-and-click adventure games. I also enjoy the occasional racing game or the occasional shooter. It's all about the mindset. I don't play this game for the narrative storyline because it's not there. So if I were to play this game expecting a Witcher 3 type narrative, I would be disappointed. However, what I do enjoy in this game is the exploration aspect and the ability to like, oh, I can see that thing in the distance. I can go travel to that thing in the distance and find cool stuff along the way. And it is a massive, massive, massive map. So if you adjust your expectations, you will have fun in this game, but you have to approach it the right way. I don't play Enshrouded, which is a crafting survival RPG. I don't play that game expecting it to give me a Witcher 3 style narrative because it doesn't exist in Enshrouded. And if I were to try to force Enshrouded to fit that box, I would be like, ew, I don't like Enshrouded. Ew, no, it's not for me. So I think if you approach it a little bit differently, you may have fun. So in terms of the person who just said, I'm trying to push through all the Grey Main quests, but they're so mundane, is it worth it in the long run? The quests in this game are never going to be the main selling point. Like, do they have voiceovers? Yes. Are the actors good? Sure. Is the writing and dialogue that good? Nope. It's not. It's not. But again, I don't play this game expecting it to be that way. I knew going into this game that I wasn't going to get the same level of like Baldur's Gate 3 or Witcher 3 or Starfield, dialogue, narration, party members, romance options. Like, I knew that I wasn't going to get this out of this game. So I love the fact that I can have a fucking cat that jumps on my goddamn shoulder. And like I could give it, I can apparently I can get armor and weapon or outfits for my cat. I haven't figured that out yet. I haven't gotten to that point. The fact that I can cosmetically put things on my cat is awesome. The fact that I can go out there and collect up to 30 other animals to join me as my pets is awesome. The fact that I have this camp system that I'm just now starting to get into, which is kind of like the Red Dead Redemption 2 style of camp that I can upgrade over time. That's really cool. I like the fact that if I see something on the map, I can go to it. I like the fact that that there's a pretty robust weapon and armor upgrade system wherein I can take things and refine them up, and I can add abilities to them. I like the fact that I can go over here and like find an item like these pair of gloves, which I got off of a boss mob, and I could pull those abilities out of that item and then put those abilities on my own gear. I like that aspect of the game. There are many things that I like about the game. The story is not one of them. And you would think that me being a story-first player who primarily focuses on story-based games, that I would hate this game because the story sucks. Again, it's all about expectations. So knowing that this is a sandbox action game, not a narrative RPG, and listening to what the developers said and using your brain cells to comprehend what the developer said leading up to this game should help everybody understand what exactly this game is. It is not going to have awesome storylines. It may have stories that are interesting. But yeah, it's I would not expect the quests to get better than mundane. For the most part, like all the bounty quests are extremely repetitive. I don't do bounty quests that often. I do when I want to farm some cash. Most of the side quests feel like fetch quests, which makes sense because this was originally designed to be an MMO, and then they changed it to be a single-player game. So, as someone who has put tens of thousands of hours into MMOs since the mid-90s, I'm used to doing quests. Someone made the joke the other day about only boring people get bored, and we were talking about, like, it's very true. Only boring people get bored. And when you talk about doing repetitive things in a game, there is nothing more repetitive than being on stream and mining rocks or cutting down trees in a crafting survival game. And I do this for a living. This is my day job. So I stream 8 hours a day. And you want to talk about mind-numbing is the act of just cutting down. I've cut down probably 100,000 trees in my streaming career or more. And you want to talk about mundane, chopping down trees hundreds of thousands of times or mining hundreds of thousands of rock nodes over the course of years of streaming to an audience. That's mundane. If you can get past that, then a little bit of shitty dialogue and poor quality quests is nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the story of Big Al. I just think that if you're expecting this to be Baldur's Gate 3, Witcher 3 level of narrative quality, you're going to be sorely disappointed because it's not. This game very much feels, again, the focus is on action-adventure sandbox, not on narrative RPG. So the quest is extremely generic. Oh, they killed my buddies, and now we've got to regroup and find the ones who survived, and we're going to get vengeance. That is an extremely generic. We've seen that a million times in a million other games. Oh, and there's this strange witch who's like, you've got special powers. You're going to be the one to save the universe. Okay, I've seen that a million times in a million other games. Like, the story is not groundbreaking or anything like that. It's got great actors attached. But yes, the story is mundane, not original, very repetitive. The fetch quests, extremely generic, very repetitive. That part of the game is not what this game is about. That is not where this game shines. A game does not need to be a 10 out of 10 to be a fun experience. It can excel in many areas and not excel in some areas. And where this game excels is exploration, the depth of the armor upgrades and weapon upgrade system, the depths of the skill tree, and how you can upgrade your characters. Because remember, you're not just playing one character, you're playing 3 characters. Or you can play 3 characters. I've never played as Damien. I've only ever played as Cliff. But you get another 3rd character later on in the storyline, and I haven't gotten to that point yet. But like the depth of all of this exploration, think of this as a big, huge, open world exploration action game, and I think you will find yourself pleasantly surprised by what this game has to offer. But it is not a narrative RPG, and expecting it to have that high level of quality when it comes to narrative RPGs, I think is just, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because that's not what this game does, well. This game does other things really, really well. So, what are we going to call this video? Adjusting expectations for Crimson Desert? I think that's a good title. Hang on, I'm writing down notes here. Because that'll be a good video to pull out for YouTube later. That was a good quest, by the way. That sheep, when I was carrying him, his neck was flipping out. I was laughing so hard. Meh! Meh! Patch has been out since last night, kids. Patch notes are up on YouTube, and I also published a video this morning showcasing some of the new things that have come out in the patch. My wife's listening to my stream because I just heard my voice going from the kitchen. Archangel Gaming says, for me, this game brings back the same feelings I had when I played Skyrim for the first time. Vast open, you could do a lot without worrying about the main quest line. Exactly. You could kind of go off and do whatever, which is one of the selling points for sure. All right, let's talk
Everyone's
to this
out
guy.
there, waiting for us to find them. Oh, excellent timing. Seems some people have been asking around about us, so I did some digging. I've made a list of the ones who might be Greymanes themselves. Here. Do you reckon you could look into them? See what you can find?
Sure. Marius and I will continue to gather information on our comrades.
We mustn't be passive in this. We should extend our search.
Agreed.
All right. Scattered comrades. We need to look into some rumors at the Sawmill. However, I am... I mean, am I wearing my mask? I am, so I could probably sell this other mask. I could sell that additional lantern I've got too. Group my food items. And group my abyss items. I think we're good to go for now. Yeah, the new update for Starfield's going to be dope. But we still got like 2.5 weeks for that, guys. So, yeah. We just wrapped up Shattered Space last night for the second time. The new Trackers Alliance stuff is freaking awesome. Manage provisions.
Royal trade's the best way to make coin.
Nah.
Need something packed? Come back when you've more stuff to leave with me.
All right, they said something about and this is where I'm so lost with some of the stuff in this game. So there's apparently a place where I can sell provisions or sell like contributions, I think is what it was called. And I don't fucking remember where to do that. Is it right here? It is. Contribution shop. Let's target that. That's right, guys. My fake wife. No, Chaos Meister. So you should go watch my, So I did a boss fight yesterday, Chaos Meister, called the Reed Devil. And that was supposedly a boss fight that was giving a lot of players a lot of problems. I put that boss fight video up on YouTube yesterday. I would urge you to watch that video before you make a purchase. I went into this game with people telling me that the combat had a Souls-like vibe. And so I was very nervous about the boss fights, because the normal fights never felt that challenging. So I was nervous. So I took my time and made sure that all of my gear was super upgraded as I've gone along the storyline. I've taken the time, and I did that boss fight. I beat it the first try. It was definitely challenging, but it was not overly so, and it did not feel anything like a Souls-like game to me at all. Plus the fact that you can manually save the game whenever you want. So you can literally do scum loads and things. I did have to, eat a bunch of health items, but I would define a Souls-like game as in, if I miss a parry or I miss a block and the boss hit me, I'm dead. Like, one shot, you're toast. Like, if you miss a parry or you miss a block in like Elden Rings, like, it's going to take half to 3/4 of your health. In some cases, you're going to get one-shotted in those types of games. That was not the case. It was definitely challenging. I have heard from other people who said that they did that boss with level 1 gear or level 2 gear, and it took them multiple tries, and it was much more difficult. I went into that boss with rank 4 gear, and he was a chapter 3 boss. I kind of feel like I was maybe a little, definitely, I benefited from having my gear having been upgraded, because I took a ton of hits, and I did have to eat a lot of health items, but it did not feel like a Souls-like combat to me at all. Were there multiple mechanics going on? Yeah, for sure. There was lots of things that the boss mob did during out the fight, but I would say go watch the video, because it did not feel like a Souls-like to me at all.
It's you. Your efforts are well known to me. Here we trade in currency other than coin.
I will say, though, that this game is extremely grindy. Like, if you want to level up your gear and everything, dude, it's a grind. But if you like that kind of stuff, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if you're enjoying that aspect of the game. So, ooh. I mean, it's not as good as what I'm wearing, but this is some cool looking stuff for like cosmetics. Oh. That cloak is delicious. You can get barding for your horse? What the fuck? Hang on, it doesn't show up. It gives me 20 defense. Oh, I'm gonna have to get barding for my horse at some point. Okay.
I prepared everything with you
How
in
come?
mind.
There we go. Man, this stuff's expensive, but you do it with contribution points, so you can get bags for your dog and cat too. You haven't figured out how to find stuff for my animals yet. So we'll be getting to that eventually, because I saw somebody put a screenshot out on Twitter X, and their cat looked like Puss in Boots. He had like a musketeer's hat on, and I should already have some barding from the bonuses. I didn't see any.
I prepared everything with you in mind. I set something aside, knowing you're welcome to return whenever you wish.
I upgraded my stamina. That was the first thing I did, was upgraded 3 ranks of stamina. Then I upgraded 3 ranks of health. ASCII Jeeves says, this looks like a PS2 game, just awful. Get some glasses, ASCII Jeeves, and fuck right off back to Reddit. You're not welcome here. We don't want you here. Go away. If you can't let yourself out the door, I'll kick you out the door. Remember, kids, we're here to play a game and have fun. If you're here to play a game and have fun with us, you are welcome to be here. But if you're a fuck nugget troll, hang on. Actually, you know, we have 2 new words that we've learned from this game that Marius, I think is his name, has used. If you are a cunt knuckle or a cockweasel, you are not welcome in my chat. So, ASCII Jeeves sounds to me like you're a cunt knuckle cockweasel. Those are 2 words we've learned from playing Crimson Desert. And you need to go back to Reddit, because you're not welcome here. If you don't like a game, why are you watching someone play that game? You have a mental issue if you are watching someone play a game that you don't like. And if you think this looks like a PS2 game, get some glasses or some eye surgery. That is what you call a fail at trolling, kids.
Be somewhere else.
You gotta reach higher if you're gonna try to troll me on my chat. Cockswaggler was my favorite word from the first 10 minutes, says Archangel Gaming.
Coin. Spare some coin. Oh, well, fuck you.
That mine was a true work of art.
Alright. Let's go follow this rumor. I think I've sold all I can. If you're gonna troll, picking on the graphics is a pretty awful attempt. I know, right? It's very true. Thanks for the resub over on Twitch, Darchie, Mr. Darchie. That's your 3rd month in a row. Appreciate the support. As always, folks, we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. You can watch where you prefer, follow where you like. Everything in between the streams happens on YouTube. So make sure to get over there for all the stuff that happens in between, like game guides, game discussions, reviews, and etc. Oh, see, now he's going after my hairline. So this is the lowest quality troll you can get. Hang on. It's not just the hairline, sweetheart. I've also got a bald spot. But you know the funniest thing is the way your mom loves to lick that bald spot and grab my tufts of 3 hair on either side and ride that train. So you might make fun of my balding head, but your mom sure loves it, asks Jeeves. Come on! You have got to get to a higher level if you're going to troll me. If you're trying to get clipped for Instagram and TikTok, like if you're trying to like get clipped and become Instagram famous, you've got to try harder. Like making fun of a mid-40s guy who's losing his hair and has been for years with male pattern baldness is not how you're going to achieve that. I have to give a fuck about my appearance for your insults to mean anything. So try harder. That's your 2nd attempt at trolling, and you're failing so hard. So I'll give you a 3rd attempt. Yeah, moms love bald dudes.
Mind yourself out there.
So that's your 2nd low-quality attempt. Give us a 3rd, ASCII Jeeves 3232. Come on, give us a 3rd insult. Give us something worthy of being clipped out for TikTok. and Instagram. Otherwise, you're just going to get banned into oblivion, and you're not going to have made a dent in what I do for a living. So come on now. Actually try. Give us something original. It's got to be something original. Thanks for the Twitch sub, Archangel. Archangels. God, I can't. Over on Twitch. Appreciate it. By the way, guys, this is why we were member only and subscriber only on chat the past few days, because the moment you go open, the moment I open chat up, you have to deal with shit like this every morning. Let's see if he's going to come back with something worthier of getting clipped. No, that's not a TikTok troll, Armorado. That is someone over on YouTube. So that's a YouTube troll. I'm waiting. I'm going to sit here and... Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better, ASCII Jeeves. I need another cup of coffee. So you've got about 30 seconds to 60 seconds while I get another cup of coffee to come up with something original. Drop it in chat so that when I come back and sit down, I can see an original insult or an original troll attempt. Otherwise, goddamn, man, you can't even... You're still stuck in your mom's basement and you can't even come up with an original insult? I'll be back.
May I be of assistance?
What?
Something you wish to get off your chest?
Alright, I sat back down, and his next comment was, I wasn't trolling, it's just an honest take on the game. So you failed again. You failed to give me an original insult.
Good day and all that.
You failed. You failed to insult the game, you failed to insult me, and now you have backtracked. And now you're saying, I wasn't trolling, I'm just giving an honest take on the game. You couldn't even follow up with an original insult once you realized that your attempt to troll my hairline wasn't going to do anything. Now you're chickening out like a little bitch? Goddamn, ASCII Jeeves 3232. What a little bitch. Or as the Greyhavens would say... Hang on, we got to go back to that because I already forget the terminology that they use. You're a cunt knuckle cockweasel who can't even come up with an original insult. So you know what we do to cock weasels and cunt knuckles on my channel? I gotta memorize those words. Well, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna ban you from our YouTube chat, but we're also gonna do this for those of you who are new.
Strong hand, fist of iron, judgment falls. Hearts are dying.
Ban hammer strikes. Tears like rain. Justice served. Feel their pain.
Somewhere
We got to play our troll music this morning, kids. What's up, Dr. Ning 2? It's good to be me, kids. That's how you know you've won, when you have cunt knuckle cockweasels coming out of the woodwork to disrupt your morning streams. Now let's get back to playing the game. I got a kitty cat, guys. Like, I'm winning at life.
Do you need something, perhaps?
Okay. Journal. Rumors from the Sawmill. I don't have anything close to there. Excuse me. It's only an honest take if your PS2 game runs at 4K with 120 FPS. I have seen people posting screenshots DSM, but I have no idea where to go get the outfits for my kitty. I have not looked that up. Where did my horse just spawn? There it is. Someone said I should have gotten barding for my pre-order. I don't have any barding with my pre-order. I had a saddle. That's it. But I didn't get any barding with my pre-order rewards.
Yeah. Hiya! Yeah.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. Something I haven't tried to do yet is take out wildlife. How easy is that to do? Can I fire the bow from the back of the horse? I cannot. It's only doing the torch, so I have to be off.
Hiya.
No, they didn't change the controls yet. They adjusted a lot of stuff, but like changing the control layout was not something that has happened yet. Look into the rumor at the sawmill.
Those bleed bandits like to toy with.
That cursed smoke they carry drifts in slow, like poison mist. One breath and your head's swimming. Get clear before it reaches you.
Poison.
That cursed smoke they carry drifts in slow, like poison mist.
Okay. So he's just going to repeat that line.
One breath and your head's swimming. Get clear before it reaches you.
Poison arrows are good for hunting animals. I'll have to try out some hunting later on. Someone told me I got codes for Black Desert Online cosmetics because of the pre-order, but I don't see anything like that. Huh. The animal cosmetics are at the Demoness Castle. Okay. Huh. I know. Well, yeah, it's early. No, I'm miserable playing this game, Uncle Pac-Man. That's why I'm streaming it. I'm streaming it because I like to be miserable, and I'm playing this game live because I want you all to share in my misery. So come on, let's all be miserable together. That's why I'm playing this game online. Ooh, what quest is that? That's not my main quest. Is that like a place of power? Mysterious energy. Oh, so there's probably a teleporter around here somewhere. Is it going to be down there, I wonder? If you get a deer hat from the deer hat wearing bad guys, you can walk right up and DDT a deer? What? Miserable Monday, says Studman. It kind of feels like that. Oh, there's the teleporter. Excuse me. I do love the fact that they have unlocked so many more teleporters. To Gonna make my life a lot more easy. Alright, hang on. Is that a bounty down there? Do we dare get sidetracked with a bounty? It's showing something down there. I'm not jumping down there right now. Oh! So the second time I went across it, it broke. That's interesting.
Ever heard of those shoes that make cliffs feel like gentle hills?
Those children never sit still for a moment.
Dribrom said in Discord
running
today
who
that
knows
sometimes
where
these
again.
white dots on the
I just
map
hope they're
are
eating.
NPCs that will give you like rumors and tips and
With
things
those
like
shoes,
he
never
got a
lose your
recipe
footing on
from one of them, I
cliffs or
think he said
castle
this
walls
morning.
again. Castle walls.
There must be something worthy in that quarry. It's just my gut speaking. A hunch. I overheard some folks scheming.
Grey Forge says, no joke, feels like a Monday to me. I overslept, half an hour late to work, then I forgot my wallet, so I had trouble getting gas. Oh no, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, what?
Hey, what?
Oh, hello.
It's just my gut speaking. A hunch. I overheard some folks scheming. They must be hiding a fortune.
Hiding a fortune.
May I help you, friend?
So this might be one of those boss areas where I have to fight somebody when I go inside, because it's looking like an arena type thing like we had to do with that goblin boss. Wait, is this the goblin area actually? Oh, we've already been here. Matter of fact, I think Dribom was saying something about merchant quests in here. The mill is somewhere different apparently.
Do we know each other?
What's wrong?
It's good to cross paths again. Would you follow me a moment?
No, I'm not going to
Have
show
you
you
been keeping
Plampy.
well?
Sorry, that's not what my
As
stream is
always,
about.
I've got matters gnawing at me. I was considering asking again for
We're here
your
to play the game and have
assistance.
fun, not show off my specs and configuration settings. Simple answer, I'm playing on max quality. Everything is cranked up to max on my PS5 Pro. That's all you need to know.
Lately, bandits have been targeting our trade sites. I have reason to believe there's a traitor within the guild.
Oops,
Another
I
follower
didn't
of
mean
the
to fast
Horn
forward. I
Splitter,
was still
no
holding down
doubt.
the X.
But I'd imagine they'll try to cover their track. Once they suspect they're a suspect.
Get some sleep, Thandar. See ya.
If you're willing, would you be able to handle the interrogation? Your interrogations will draw everyone's eyes, while I investigate the bandits.
All right.
I have great faith in you.
Do we have to do this now? It's a faction quest. Okay, I think that means we can do that later. Okay. There's a bounty over here?
Hey, what?
Are you the trade manager, Nogo?
Huh?
My armor is
Aye,
from the
that's
pre-order
me.
for the PS5.
And who might you be?
I'm looking into the attack on the Merchant Guild.
Ah, you are. Lately, every single deal we make ends with the bandits swooping in. The losses come out of my own purse, and it's driving me under. All our trade routes are kept strictly confidential, yet somehow they know. It's maddening. Only time I let anything slip was over drinks with Grimsel.
Yeah, I've been avoiding that area, Gray, because I've heard that you have to clear like 300 mobs to get to the boss, and I have no desire to do that at the moment. There is a bounty or something right around here. Man, I should probably track this quest. Tavern Ledger.
Hello.
I only create funny, good content, so I'm glad you recognize that. Now, the yellow paint thing, excuse me, is so hilarious to me because the people who complain about it, who are like, the people who make fun of other people for needing yellow paint, they themselves use yellow paint. Like, yellow paint is a part of every game we play in some way, shape, or form.
A fine day.
You know what else is? You know what else is? You know what counts as yellow paint? Do you see this thing right above my head that says "Rumors from the Sawmill"? Look into the rumor, and then it gives me an X. And then if you look at the mini map, that X is marked on the map. That's yellow paint, kids. Yellow paint is anything that guides you to the next destination. It's not about just being something that shows you where to jump up and grab onto a cliff. It's any sort of guide. So the people who complain about the yellow paint players, when they themselves use guided, so if you're gonna put your money where your mouth is, then you're gonna turn off all waypoints. You're gonna not use the minimap. You're gonna turn off the compass. You're gonna never use anything, and you're gonna rely upon word of mouth from the NPCs. No game does that. Some games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey or even Red Dead Redemption 2 give you the option to turn all that stuff off. But games by default have all sorts of guiding UI elements to teach players and show players how to get to the next thing. It's a stupid, stupid, stupid discussion, and I have no problems ripping into it and making fun of the idiots who continue to talk about it, because it's just, it is literally idiocy. Point blank. Do 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 do. Am I doing guides? I mean, eventually maybe, but not at the moment. I'm not. The game is still getting patched so much. I feel like there's not really a point to making guides until they figure out what they're doing to fix the game. God, look. Okay, Trickerfer, you asked a good question. Hold up. I forgot about Trickerfer's quest. So speaking of guides and them patching the game, Trickerfer said, hang on, let me grab my... This will be a twofer. Why do I have a WhatsApp message? Oh, it is legit amazing. Enjoy. My brother just got a 12-year-old Macallan. That's a good whiskey. All right, where's Tricker's question? How do you teleport? How do you teleport And the other person asked, are you going to be doing guides for this game? Well, this will be an example of a guide. So, so you see this thing in front of me, Trickerfur? This is what you're looking for. And they just patched, the first patch they just added yesterday to the game, added a whole bunch more of these. So what you're looking for are these things right here. Now, until you've discovered them, when you go to your map, what you're going to see in many cases is going to be a giant question mark. And in this case, I've got another waypoint that's sort of overriding that, which is that quest icon. But a lot of the times you'll see a giant question mark on the map, and it'll say like there's like a mysterious power in the area. And what you're looking for are these square things right here with the round circle in the middle. You have to unlock these to be able to use them. Now, once you have unlocked them, they're going to show up on your map like this right here. These little blue things that are called abyss nexuses. And you're going to notice on the bottom of your screen, there's a button that says teleport. And you can immediately teleport to any of these that you have uncovered and unlocked. So you have to discover them first, but you also have to unlock them. So what you do to unlock them is you stand on top of them and you wait for them to go blue. And now that, you'll notice on my mini-map, it just popped up that it is now, there's an icon there now on my mini-map. And if you go to your actual map, it's not going to show me because we're in, like, hang on, where am I at? Where's my character? There we are. So, I got confused with where I was at on the map because I was tracking a different thing. Let me go back to my character. Go to player. Thank you. There we are. Now it's on the map as well. Although it's weird because you have to kind of scroll in a little bit because we've got like this weird thing because of the other icon that's on the map. So this one's being a little wonky. But essentially, these are the things that once you've unlocked them, they will appear on your map like this. And then you can literally just hit the teleport button and it'll ask you to confirm, and then you can instantly teleport to that location. But it's not just about the landmass. If you look on the bottom of the screen, it says Abyss. So there's also where we are below, and there's also the Abyss, which is up above, which are those floating islands. And if you click Abyss, if you click the right R3 button, it'll show you the Abyss and any that you have unlocked up in the Abyss, which I have not unlocked really. I've only unlocked 2 of them up there. So if I wanted to continue unlocking Abyss stuff, I would need to go up to the Abyss and do puzzles and open more bridges and all that other stuff, which I haven't really done because that part of the game is, I haven't done that yet. So that's how you use teleportation. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, you have to discover and unlock. They teach you about it, if I remember correctly, the tutorial teaches you about it when you go up to the Abyss, the sky place, but once you've unlocked there, it's just you find them on the map. And the patch they just did yesterday unlocked a ton of these. So they're kind of all over the place now, which is great because before they were few and far between. But what you're looking for is as you're running around and uncovering the map, you will eventually start to see like these big question marks. So it'll be like I don't have like these right here, but it'll be bigger. It'll be like a big white area, and it'll have a question mark in the middle, and it'll say something about a mysterious source of power. That means that there's a teleporter near that location, and you just got to run around until you find it. So yeah. Yes, this armor is from the pre-order, not the digital deluxe. I just pre-ordered the base game, so. But that is pre-order armor from the PS5. Actually, I don't know if it was related to the PS5. I think it was just the base edition of the game got you that armor as a pre-order bonus. Hang on, I gotta check in with my wife really quick, guys, and we've been going for an hour and 15 minutes anyway, so I need to take a quick break. And I gotta see about giving meds to a cat, so let me just take a minute here, make sure that everything is good. It doesn't save you any inventory space, Muddy Fox. Grouping inventory items does not give you more space. It does not save space. All it does is it consolidates things. But it doesn't actually give you more space. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in a few, guys. Stay tuned. Yeah, guys, I got to give meds to a cat, so it'll be 5 to 10 minutes. So I would suggest everybody take a bio, get a coffee. We'll be back in a few. Alright. Cat has had his meds. And then we're ready to continue. So let me get checking up. Iron and copper respawn every 7 days. Interesting. Patch is live on all platforms as of this morning. When I published the news last night, they had said in their post that it was only Steam. Other things would be coming later. Overnight, it looks like things had gone live. So, because I had a PS5 patch first thing this morning. So I believe it's live everywhere now. And I published a post video this morning talking about the changes. So you can check that out over on YouTube. Thanks for the Twitch sub, Charlie Coog. Appreciate it. What's up, Johnny? Good morning. All right, let's get back to it. Yes, I had to go AFK to give my cats meds. If you have a problem with me taking an AFK to do real life while I'm streaming, fuck off and leave my channel. I am not a streamer who sits here for 12 hours a day, pisses into a bottle, and this is not the burnt peanut, kids. This is Renfail's stream, not the burnt peanuts stream. I am a real human being with a homestead, a wife, a bunch of animals. Those things take priority to my streams, so I take breaks about once every hour and a half or so to stretch my eyes, stretch my legs, touch grass, get a cup of coffee, take a piss, take a shit, hug my wife, pet my cat. And just a minute ago, I had to give medicine to a cat because he is on a detox medication because he got into a rat that had poison. So yeah, I had to take a 10-minute AFK to give a cat some medicine. So fuck off if that's a problem for you. Am I live on Twitch? I am always live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. We are always live in 4 places. I do 2 streams a day. The morning stream, which we're in the middle of right now, and then an afternoon stream as well. I start every day at 5 a.m. Central, and then I do another stream at about 1 or 2 p.m. as well in the mid-afternoons. And occasionally I will do a third stream in the afternoons. Shakatu has been watching a ton of your stuff on YouTube. Happy to finally be a sub here. Well, thank you very much. Origin of the name, a D&D character from 30 years ago. My fake wife, exactly. That's the one.
A Greymane, living off day wages. Who'd have thought?
Luke? Ronald?
Huh? Oh my... Cliff! I knew they couldn't kill you!
Even after those blackbeard bastards swore up and down, you were dead.
You believe them, did you?
We've been chasing rumors of you since that day. Truth be told, I nearly gave up more than once.
Aye, but you didn't.
I didn't let him know. Huh? But if you're here, then does that mean...
Aye. There's a camp where we've been gathering.
Without us? That's not a party unless we're there. Just a bunch of dumb bastards, huh?
Hi.
I like Luke's armor, man. He's got a cool outfit.
Tell you what, we'll head over.
We'll keep them waiting long enough.
What's my take on the game? A review is up on YouTube. You can go watch it at your leisure. Early first impressions video. We'll be doing an updated review shortly. Later this week. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you can sit back, enjoy, watch the stream. Over on YouTube, there's plenty of guides and discussion videos happening as well. I play a lot of games. This is the day job. We're going to be playing some Greedfall 2 as well. We're currently working our way through that one, courtesy of a key from Nakon. Been playing a lot of Starfield the past few days, getting ready for the new update when it drops onto the PS5 here in a couple of weeks. Just wrapped up some early access of Solasta 2, courtesy of a key from Tactical Adventures. I'm in the content creator group for that particular game. We do lots of movie reviews, TV shows, etc. over on YouTube. Can I pick up that big old bowl? No. You know, while we're here, I need iron. Well, I'm not going to get sidetracked. I'll do harvesting later. Let's go ahead and go to the next. Too many good games. I know, right? Marius just said, I found you have some Lotro videos a couple months back. I have a boatload of Lord of the Rings online videos. Yep, and the Star Wars Old Republic videos. How many animals do I have on the homestead? That's a good question. I don't really know right now. We have 6 cats. We are, I think we have about a dozen chickens, and we had about 30 ducks, but we have been slowly reducing that down because Chris has been butchering all the males. So I think we're probably down to around 20 ducks now. I think there's still 3 or 4 more she's going to be butchering over the next couple months. She usually butchers one about every 2 weeks. Check the letter from the dragon totem. Uh-huh. Like a mailbox. Shakatu's letter. You can send comrades who've joined the camp on missions. Select a region on the map and press the triangle to view the mission list in detail. Simply choose a mission and select the comrade. So this is how we can start getting rewards. All right, I gotta figure out how this works. Dispatch the Howling Hill expansion mission. So I go to the map. I don't think I understood what that means. I need to go reread that. Because it said triangle and it's not opening up anything here. Let me go find. I'm gonna have to go look at that guide. Is that gonna be under camp management? Select a region. So Howling Hill. Select a region on the map and press triangle to view the mission list in details. That makes no sense to me. I don't see that on the map. And is it under factions? No. All right. Color me confused. Okay, so it's a completely different... So I had to, like, find the icon. So it's this icon. You have to click this icon. Well, hang on. I did it here. How do I do it there? Hang on. Yeah, you have to be able to hover over this thing and then hit the inspect button, and that will bring up this. Jesus, that one's not wanting to load for some reason. It's not press triangle anywhere on the map. That's not true. Not true. That is not working. Once you get to this menu, you can then get access to that. It is not press triangle anywhere on the map, because pressing triangle does jack shit anywhere on the map. I'm literally anywhere on the map, not fucking true. Maybe after we've done the initial mission, that might be true, but the first one it wants me to do is here. Here I have the inspect button, which is the triangle button, once I'm hovering over this. So I may have to do this one first to unlock the anywhere on the map. So here it says missions, Howling Hill Camp expansion, select mission, this is going to take 2 members, so we're going to assign these 2 dudes. Dispatch. It says it takes 18 hours. Is that 18 hours real time or 18 hours game time? Okay, and then now I have a new icon on the map. When I'm only when I'm hovering over that. I disliked Dragon's Dogma 2. Played it, did not like it. This game doesn't have anything to do. This game is nothing like Dragon's Dogma 2 at all. Completing a mission takes time. You're free to continue your own adventure with while your companion is away, or you can pass the time by resting. Oh, so we could let's just pass the time because I want to see what that looks like. Because we could just sleep for 18 hours. Well, I don't know if it'll let me sleep for 16 or 18 hours because when he's not sleepy, he won't rest. Yeah, you can sleep again after some time has passed and fatigue has built up. So, yeah, I can't immediately rest again. Maybe I can. Hang on, it's letting me choose the bed again. Let's see what it says.
Now's not the time to sleep.
Now is not the time to sleep. Don't be a lazy fuckwad. Well, while we're waiting... I had a quest here. When is storage not useful? That's the better question. That's the question you should be asking yourself. Alright. We need to talk to an NPC here. How do I... You can raise your lantern while you're hovering? That's interesting. Learn something new every day.
Yes, yes. Are you a customer?
I'm investigating the attack on the Merchant Guild.
Truly?
It's not
That's
true
a relief.
that the game
I've been
release with
meaning
no
to speak with
storage.
someone.
That is not true at all.
No matter how I think on it,
The
that
storage
trade
chest
route
was always
must
in the
be getting
game.
late.
However, you could not put things into it
Otherwise,
manually.
how could the
It would
bandits strike the
overflow
exact
into
time and
it.
place every
So
run?
the difference was they made it so that you can
Trying out
manually
guild
put
trade
things in it
information is no easy task.
and not only have it be overflow.
Foremost suspect in my
So,
mind is
not
no
true
good
that the
for
game
trade
released with no
manager.
storage.
Please, look into him first.
Look into him first. It's not me, I swear. Okay, there is a...
Welcome, wanderer.
There's a lantern on the ground. Somewhere
Greetings
back
to you,
in
kind
here.
stranger.
Excuse me, pardon me. Gotta check this out. Okay. Examine the stacked trade goods. Oh, there it is.
Do you need something, stranger?
Okay, we're done here. No, there has been not there. I don't have a satisfactory explanation for the tech, but I haven't seen any tech really. We've seen a couple of ruins which are related to the abyss, but it's not been something that's. I'm assuming you're referring to things like the jetpack and the train and the mech and things that people have shown on social media. I have not seen those things yet in game, so I don't know if the game explains those things by the time you get to them or not. I do know that the abyss seems to be some sort of weird sci-fi tech from the small moments that I have interacted with things in the abyss, but I am not deep enough into the storyline to have an answer for whether or not that stuff is explained or anything. Like, a long way away from that. I accidentally untracked the quest. I gotta remember not to hit X, it's hit triangle. Belk says, I see a lot of your Instagram stuff. First time in the stream. Thanks for your honest content. Always stop to watch your clips. Thank you for being here. If you're looking for or needing reasons from the story in this game, you're probably going to be disappointed because this is not a story-based RPG. Thank you. It is an action sandbox, and they leave a lot of stuff purposefully vague. So, I can't tell you because I haven't come across that kind of stuff, and it's not something that I'm worried about because I'm not playing this game like a narrative RPG. I'm playing this like an action sandbox, and I'm just going and exploring.
What?
And eventually I uncover story stuff, and I go, okay, cool. I'll be right back, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
Greetings.
May I help you, friend?
All right. Last cup of coffee. Or at least the last one in the house. I think Chris said she's going to make some more. We'll see. Now that the patch is up, what would I give the game out of 1 out of 10? I don't rate games on a 1 out of 10, so I can't answer that question. I don't rate games. Yeah, I have a feeling that's the same thing, DSM.
Fine day, isn't it?
I don't think we're ever going to get deep explanations for things because I think the game is just like, fuck it, here's a jetpack. Fuck it, here's a mech. Fuck it, here's a train. Roll with it. I'm not playing on the PC. I'm playing on the PS5 Pro, so I have no clue if they have added keybinds for PCs. You would need to check the patch notes.
Trade with us.
I know I can't keybind anything on consoles. I've already answered that this morning, Detroit. If you missed that part of the stream, I will be cutting that out as a video after we wrap up the stream. The video is going to be called Adjusting Expectations for Crimson Desert. It was probably a 15-20 minute discussion on the story, or the lack of, and why people need to adjust their expectations, because this is not a narrative RPG. This is an action sandbox game, which is exactly what it was marketed as. So, Sloof says, while you were gone, I watched your pet cat jump onto your shoulder. I'm now officially sold. Not only that, but you can find, I don't know where yet, but you can get clothing for your animals. You can have up to 30 pets. You can have dogs, cats, yeah, it's a big deal. I don't need drinks to enjoy video games. My drink of choice is coffee.
Rare pieces from
People who need adult beverages to enjoy video games need to go to therapy because they have a problem with addiction. So, can I give an example of action sandbox without story? Yep, Enshrouded. Enshrouded is a great action adventure sandbox, which is also a crafting survival building game on top of it without a major story. Talk to Kahan. Boop, 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 boop. Bow, ba, bow.
Hey, do you need something from me?
Can you tell me anything about the attack on the Merchant Guild?
Sorry, but I doubt I'll be of much help. Though there was one strange incident tied to the guild.
Strange?
Yeah, look, the ledger kept at Grimsel's residence, the guild's record keeper, was stolen. Yeah, not a soul claims to have seen anyone enter that night.
Plot thickens.
With so many guards posted, you think at least one of them would have spotted the thief. Do you get me? I mean, have ghosts taken to larceny?
Greetings, warrior.
Examine the guard's letter. Hang on, we got like a bounty or something over here.
Stop a while, why don't you?
I've been standing guard with the supplies from dawn till dusk, and the days feel endless. Surrounded by strangers, I ache to see your faces, my children. The Merchants Guild provisions are tough and salty, but at least I'm not starving. Every now and then I pick up some fruit in the market, but it's never quite the same as the ones we shared back home. Oh, I miss your cooking as well, my dear. Please take care of yourself and the children. Soon we'll gather around the table, share a proper meal, and laugh together. Just wait for me a little longer, please. Don't make me simp any more than I already have.
Poor soldier. Patrolled the perimeter. No unauthorized entry, no entry records or suspicious activity found. Check out this damaged wagon. One thing I do find mildly annoying, let me see if they patched this in. I don't think they did. But out of curiosity, I'm old. Oh, shit. They added that. I forgot they added that. We're turning that on. Gonna go... I want to know if I can... Oops, hang on, go back. Can I increase the text size? I'm old and my eyes need bigger text. And I still don't see that they've added that. I didn't see it in the patch notes. Ah! Oh, it's already on large. Never mind. Okay. Well, that's just subtitle, though. See, it's already all cranked up. It still feels too small to me. Hang on, it's going to reset my... because it's 120 hertz mode now. Cool. I forgot to turn that on. I've already made games for myself. Founded 2 game studios, launched an MMO, did a point-and-click adventure game, a tabletop game. I am the studio founder for both of those projects, as well as the CEO, creative director, lead writer, marketing director, and beyond. Links are in my bio. You can go check all that stuff out at your leisure. But these days, I've been retired from all that for a few years, and I just stream games and live on a homestead, and I'm basically retired. Semi-retired. Because you're never really going to retire when you can do this online, and age doesn't matter. Like, there are people who are in their 80s and 90s who do this for funsies and make money off of it. I've been in front of a camera making a living since 2008. I would be doing so until I can no longer do so, or until they put me in the grave. Either or. Published a bunch of books, written a bunch of sci-fi and fantasy. I've done a bunch of travel writing, travel photography, videography. I've done a bunch of shit with my careers. Again, if you're new here, links are in the bio. Just go look at all that stuff. Check it out at your leisure. Everything I've done since 2008 has been public-facing, so all of my information and bios and projects are on Google. All my presentations as a public speaker, all my publications as a travel writer, as a sci-fi author, as a fantasy author, all my game dev projects, everything I've ever done since 2008 has literally been as a public figure. So feel free to Google and look and have fun. But we're here to play a game, so let's focus on that. That is way up in a place I haven't been, but I do have a teleport near there. Yeah, Dribrom. Every stolen item is -5 contribution in the region, which can't be avoided, which I'm not stealing things for that reason. My contributions are way more valuable. Oh, wait, there was bismuth down here that I can mine now because they got rid of the requirements. Hang on, I gotta go find that now. And also, I can... Hang on. I need this ore. And I want to get the bismuth that's around the corner from here. I remember there being bismuth around here. And they got rid of the lightning requirement in the patch notes. Okay. I think my kitty cat picked up all the ore. Alright, however, there's one more right up there. Contribution level is directly tied. There's a merchant in each region which has contribution rewards, and you can buy things from that contribution. Oh, damn it, stop. Like, well, whatever. Hang on. I'm just going to mine it from the top of that. You can buy things from that contribution merchant, but you have to have your contribution faction high. No! Pick up the ore before it falls! Hang on, where was that bismuth? I know we saw it when we were coming up here the first time. There it is. There's some anyway. Shit, I forgot those guys do damage. Ah! I don't know how to kill that one. I just got a destruction orb. Do I have to use my mining pick to kill this guy? Damn it! I think you do. Alright. That's a lesson in, that's painful. What is that? An abyss cell. Ooh. Anyway. Oh, shit. I'm gonna get attacked. God, they hurt. Give me your bismuth, bitch. I have no idea if this is the right thing to do. Yes. And an abyss cell. But holy moly, I'm gonna have to upgrade my, Oh, fuck, that's a big boy. No, no, no. Jump, jump, jump. Yeet! Oh, I'm not fighting him. That's a big boy. My mining pick is not that good. Is he going to chase me? I think I'm in the clear. So that stuff is really hard to mine. I definitely need like an upgraded pick. But I did get some more, and I'm glad that I remembered that's where that was, because I was like, I know it's around here somewhere. I need iron, though, like for upgrades. We're getting sidetracked for a minute, guys. Where'd my kitty cat go? He like ran off. He's like, dude, you were getting killed by that big old bismuth crab. Peace out. I think that's all I can mine from this. What's around the corner? Ah, yes, I definitely need iron. Give me more iron. Kitty cat's back, I guess, because he's like automatically picking things up now. Okay. I hear him. He's meowing too. There he is. What's up, buddy? Grab the ore. Get the ore. Don't forget the ore. Thank you very much. You're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. Yeah, you helped me get the ore. Yes, you good boy. Come here. Let's give you some scritches because you helped me get the ore. Yes, a good boy. Who's a good boy? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
You're a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Alright. Run along. Let's go fight some bad guys. Yeah, I keep getting sidetracked for sure. For what's up, Fast Track? What's up, Stubbs? What's up, Dokesmon? I'm sure those things are gonna get like 10 times bigger. I would assume as well. Favorite sci-fi book? I don't know that I can pick one favorite, but I can say that Roger Zelazny is one of my favorite sci-fi authors, and I have a full collection of his stuff, which is awesome. Also, the John Carter of Mars series is great. Fred Saberhagen has some good stuff, like the Berserker series. Piers Anthony, before he got all weird in his old age, like the Bio of a Space Tyrant series is really good. Yeah, I'd have to really sit down and think about it, though.
Oh, hello.
Howdy.
John Carter of Mars is awesome. I loved the movie they did, and I was really disappointed that it didn't resonate. Because I was like, oh my god, there's a John Carter movie?
Yes, what's the matter?
And it was a pretty
Do you know
faithful
anything
adaptation
about
as
the
well.
merchant
So I
guild
was really
being
disappointed that it didn't
An attack?
go anywhere.
Don't tell me it was those bastards. Not long ago, some masked men came asking for horses. Their eyes were fierce. I knew at once they were a bit dodgy.
Dodgy?
But the strange thing is, I recognized one of them. Can't be certain with his face covered, but something about him was familiar. I swear I'd seen him before. At the guild.
Copy that. At the guild. Saya asks, given the fact the story isn't a strong point, would you say the world feels convincing and lived in? Again, this is about adjusting your expectations. If you are someone who needs a game to have like day-night life cycles for your NPCs, you're probably going to be disappointed about the way the world feels. Because it definitely feels like a video game. It does not feel like a living world. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good example of a living world where the NPCs have day-night cycles and they all do things like eat and sleep and work on projects. Red Dead Redemption 2 has a living world feel to it. This game is your traditional kind of MMO type world. Mostly static NPCs. There are some NPCs that move around and stuff, but it's mostly they're just there as set dressing. So I would say there are parts of the world that feel lived in, but then there's parts of the world that feel very much like a video game. And so if your expectations are set accordingly, you'll have fun. But if you're expecting this to be like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Witcher 3, you're probably going to be disappointed. But again, expectations are key. Again, this is not a narrative RPG game, so if you treat it like an adventure sandbox, you're probably going to have fun. I'm having fun treating it like an adventure sandbox. But I just have to ignore the static NPCs, and I ignore the generic quests, and I ignore the generic dialogue, and I just focus on it looks pretty, and it's cool, and it's fun, and I can run around, and I can fly, and I can upgrade my armor, and I have a cat that jumps on my shoulder. Like, what the fuck? Like, hell yes.
I still need to pick something up somewhere. There's an iguana. Come here, buddy. You're coming with me. You're gonna become meat. Not sure. Machines and shield surfing. There is always something going on in this game, Lady Itara. For sure. I don't personally think it feels very lived in for most stuff, but that's just because there's a lot of stuff in this game that feels very video gamey to me. Oh shit! I almost died. Alright, so I think I just finished a thing while I was out exploring. Just focus on playing the game and don't play it as a critic, says Dr. Ning2. Games are meant for escapism and enjoyment. Yes. Use gathered resources to expand and improve the camp. After completing a gentle touch, inspect Howling Hills from your map. Select an expansion mission and dispatch your comrades to carry it out. Expanding the camp will grant new functions and improvements. So the mission just ended. So... Can I not run another mission right away? Oh, I need to return. Well, we're not going to get sidetracked right now. I'm on a side quest. Okay, so we need to go back there to, like, trigger the next mission. Damn it, I untracked this quest. Son of a bitch. Sometimes... this is part of the wonkiness that this game still has to work out. There's kinks, man. It's just so kinky.
If you're looking for quality, you wouldn't be looking here, eh?
Well, if you don't have anything for quality to sell, why would I want to talk to you?
Oh, excuse me. Can we speak for a moment?
Who's asking to speak to me?
I'll only take a second of your time.
What's going on?
It's a good story. You do well to listen till the end. I came all the way from Jijung Temple, if you can believe it, seeking a precious mushroom that grows wild around here. But all I found was thick, choking smoke. As I turned to leave, it hit me. It was not the smoke that troubled me, but my own obsession with finding the fabled mushroom.
The fabled mushroom of tripping
As
balls.
you journey on, keep your heart clear, and do not let greed cloud your gaze.
We're on a mission to find the heroic dose, my children. We need to find the mystical mushroom to perform the great ritual known as the heroic dose.
Are you Grimsel, the one who manages the ledgers for the guild?
I am.
What of it?
Would you happen to know anything about the raids on the Merchant Guild?
I'm afraid I know little of recent events. Some thief stole the guild's ledger, and I had to step down from my post in disgrace.
No, I don't play with HDR when I'm streaming because it doesn't.
If I knew, would I be
It
standing
doesn't
here
show
like this?
well on streams.
To be honest,
Because the conversions that happen with the codecs and everything, it just never looks good on the stream end. So I don't play with HDR on. If I'm playing on my own offline, I'll use HDR, but I very rarely play offline anymore. And I usually only do that if I'm going to go sit down on the big screen and play a game on the 50-inch. But I don't really... Man, I probably only play offline, like... Honestly, I don't think I've played offline in 5 years. Everything I do these days is in front of the camera, so... I am here for your enjoyment, and that's all I exist for. I wish I could see what that is, but it's so dark in here. Examine the proof of stay. Empty ledger. Empty ledger cover. Examine the proof of stay. I'm not stealing anything.
Hello.
Hello there. A key is required. What about the side door? Neener, neener, neener. Yeah, way to lock the front door, but then you just let me come in the side door. Okay. Got yourself a pet dog in the game? Nice, Gene. I'm very happy with my pet kitty cat. But some people prefer dogs. Nothing wrong with that. Examine the proof of stay. I don't know why that one didn't just prompt me to go to my dialogue. The fuck did the proof of stay go? There it is. So sometimes it prompts you. Hang on, it's not. There we go. It's that one's a little buggy. Okay, we're good now. Talk to Shakatu, Shakata, Shakashishi. Sometimes you get in through the windows. Yep. I think like the iguanas and gators and stuff though, I don't think those are tameable, Jokespawn. I think those are used for food. Because like as an example, I have a captured iguana in my inventory and you can't use those to make a pet. Like those are specifically for food. If you go look at it, there's a butcher icon. So if you look at these like rat, iguana, there's a butcher button. So I butchered it. Oh shit, that's how you got... I didn't know that's how you got small bones. Hold up, that gives me a reason to go capture more animals. Because I literally need small bones for, like, upgrades. I did not know how to get small bones. Now I do. Oh, I'm going to catch more small animals then. Fuck, I didn't know that. I need to pay more attention to that. What about birds? Because I've caught some birds, too. Oh, learning something new. Matter of fact, I think we are... I need to go check my stream
the guild
time.
members are troubled, and we cannot allow these Greymane, you've arrived.
Those were my friends! No, they
Have you
weren't.
found any suspects
They
yet?
were iguanas.
I too have been investigating the bandits, though I've yet to uncover any decisive proof. I'll have to wait till you're done with your investigations.
Hang on a second before we do this. We've done 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and a half, 18. Oh yeah, we've definitely crossed the 20 hours mark, which means I'll be doing my initial review of the game today, everybody, after I wrap up the stream. So for those of you who might be new, the way I do things is we do the early thoughts, first impressions video after the first stream. We've already done that. I do an initial review after about 20 hours of gameplay. That's going to happen today. And then I do a final review when I finish the game. So I'll have an updated review out on YouTube today. I will record that after I wrap up this morning's stream. So you're going to want to stay tuned over on YouTube for that. I will also be back for more Greedfall 2 this afternoon, and we're also going to be crossing the 20-hour threshold on that game today, and so I will have an initial review for Greedfall 2 out later today. Lots of fun stuff happening around here, so make sure to follow along at YouTube for everything in between the streams. But as always, we are live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So thanks for hanging out this morning. I was checking my stream times, so let's go ahead and finish up with this guy and turn in this stuff. Here's the testimony. Oop, I just grabbed my Xbox controller. Fish or food, not friends.
Have to say.
What just happened? It just like went blank. Select.
That seems different from what I heard before. Would you like to ruminate further on this?
Oh, so I have to select. They expected me to
What did Bleak have to say?
pay attention to what Bleak had to say. I don't remember what Bleak had to say. That was an hour ago, and I've been talking to my stream.
That seems different from what I heard before. Would you like to ruminate further on this?
No. You're gonna make me, though.
What did Bleak have to say?
Yeah, iguanas are really destructive. Believe me, I have iguanas. They're protected where I live, so we're not allowed to hunt them. They are one of the most destructive fuckers ever. Like, they're the reason we don't have a good garden, because the iguanas kill everything.
Is among the masked men. As I expected, a traitor lurks within. And what of Scrav? The trade goods
Scrav's testimony. I didn't know I could pick all the options. Because I can only pick one, Dribrum. I can't select all three. Like, I can't select all three. Like, it only lets me do one at a time. I'm hearing Chris say something out there. I may need to go help her in a second. Armadillos? No, but they are good eating. Scrav is the trade schedule log. I found a Reddit thread.
He does seem suspicious.
So I'm not going to try to do this. I'm going to literally read off the Reddit thread. Noggle's testimony.
What did Noggle claim?
Tavern ledger.
He shared information with Grimsel.
As expected.
Grizzle is proof of stay.
The picture grows clearer. And you spoke with Grimsel as well?
Yeah.
The stolen ledger, yes.
And then guards report. Guards report.
Now let us consider Catnum's testimony. Guards were stationed at his home, were they not?
It definitely made me pick the right one, Gerbum, because it kept punting me out back to the very beginning if I picked the wrong one. So,
let's see.
Forcing me to redo it over and over again. Yes, it is messed up that I can't kill the iguanas that plague our backyard.
Every guard. The only ones with knowledge of the trade routes were Nogle and Grimsel. Grimsel distanced himself from suspicion by stepping down after the theft. Yet the guards posted at every vantage point swore they saw no thief at all. So tell me, was there truly a theft that night? If Grimsel himself were the traitor, everything falls into place. Wouldn't you agree?
I tend to agree. Do I have to choose anything?
Well met, citizen.
Okay, so now we get to hunt down the traitor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You there. Move on.
Let's go hunt this guy down.
Fire take ya.
Fire take ya! Ya fucking numb knuckles. We're gonna take a quick break before I do that though, everybody. I am gonna go touch some grass, which I suggest everybody do once in a while. It's healthy for you. Stretch my eyes, stretch my legs, check in with Chris, make sure all the cats are doing good. We'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Yes, iguanas are super invasive, and I hate them. I have a lot of fun videos on our Homestead channel about my loathing of iguanas. I'll be back in a minute.
What do you require?
May I help you, friend?
Hey, what?
Yeah. Hail and all that shine.
Greetings to you. Well met, citizen. Do you mind?
Fine day, isn't it?
Good day. Be well then.
That was perfect timing. I went outside to stretch my eyes and my legs, and my grandniece just got here. So my sister-in-law was bringing her over because she goes to school Monday through Friday with us, but she wasn't here Thursday and Friday of last week, so I haven't seen her since I got back from my trip to Bethesda. Because when I got back, she had gone home, and then she got sick, and so she wasn't here for a few days. So she just showed up, so I got a bunch of hugs.
Yes, mate. What?
And actually, I got some finger paint coming for her on Amazon, I think tomorrow. I need to go check Amazon, actually, and see when that's going to get delivered. Homestead channel links are up in all the stuff. You'll just have to dig around to find the links. There is a section of our Discord, which is where we post all of our homestead travel and cats and other things. Food. Amazon. I think we are pretty sure that Smeagol, so Mithrain asked how are the cats doing. I'm pretty sure Smeagol didn't get into anything because it happened on Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. He appears to be completely normal and doesn't seem to be feeling bad at all. So he's done with his medication and seems to be normal. Frodo, on the other hand, is still... Frodo is the one who had the rat in his mouth. And so he has still been acting a little weird. Dilated pupils, just kind of hunkered down like his stomach hurts. He is still taking pills. I gave him one. That's what we did. I took that AFK like, I don't know, an hour ago. I had to give him a pill. He gets another pill tonight, and then he's done with medication. We just have to keep monitoring him. Frodo is the one we're worried about. Frodo is the one where we're like, we just got to keep a close eye on him. He definitely is not normal, but he's got his appetite. He's eating, he's drinking, he's going to the bathroom, but he's definitely not feeling well. And the pills we are giving him, he doesn't enjoy those pills. I think they're giving him a stomach ache as well. So we are just keeping a close eye on him. But Frodo, I mean, we're pretty sure Smeagol's in the clear. Obviously, keep an eye on him, but Smeagol doesn't seem to be.
Well met, citizen.
We don't know that he got anything in. We don't know that
Fine day,
Smeagol
isn't
got into anything, but he was in the neighbor's yard with Frodo when Frodo was bringing back the rat. So we just took him to the vet and got him shot to medication out of an abundance of caution in case they both played with it. But Frodo's the one who is still medicated, and like I said, we just don't know. He's eating, he's drinking. Yesterday he was in bed with us here in the office, purring and wanting snuggles. But he's also having some issues like eating and drinking, which is neurological stuff. So yesterday I had to syringe water into him to make sure that he was getting enough water because he was having an issue drinking. But the pills he's taking also do some weird stuff with their salivary glands and dry their tongue out and stuff, and can
What do you
provoke
require?
dry mouth and things. So how much of that is related to the fact that he bit into a poisoned rat, or how much of that is due to the fact that the medication is causing side effects, we just don't know. So Frodo is not normal, but also doesn't appear to be, nothing, knock on wood, horribly bad yet. So we're just keeping a very close eye on things, but thank you for asking. Ongoing monitoring will be necessary. The good news is I got a second opinion. I finally was able to, because my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, was a vet. She now just works with my brother at the ranch and other stuff. But I was able to get some second opinions from her and just talked her through it and everything else. And she was basically telling me, as long as they didn't eat any of the poisoned rat, the chances of it being mortal are fairly low, because by the time they would have gotten, the rat's body, obviously there's poison in the body, but if all he did was bite into it and he didn't actually eat it, the chances of him having a lethal dose are fairly low. So he's probably just going to feel like shit for a few days, but obviously continue to monitor. So that's what we're doing. Someone said if you don't move, you don't burn stamina. I did not know that. That's cool. So you just float down. Boy, even if you move backwards, though, it sucks up your stamina. Thanks, Stubbs. How do we give How do we give pills to a cat? Mine would scratch my eyes out. So our cats have been raised. Our cats are very good about taking meds. Until these meds. These meds, they don't like. And Frodo scratched the shit. You probably can't see it right now. I don't have a Band-Aid on it yet, but I gotta go. That right there is, I gotta go put a Band-Aid on it because it actually hurts pretty bad. He scratched me pretty good yesterday when I was giving him his pill. They don't like these pills. Because as soon as you give them to them, they immediately just start like foaming at the mouth and salivating everywhere for like 15 minutes. And it makes their mouth hurt. It's not fun pills to give them. But it's anti-venom, anti-seizure stuff. So, normally our cats have always taken their medication. Like Lucas in particular, my cat Lucas, he'll actually just, if you just give it to him, he'll often just eat his pills. Like, he's totally fine with it. The mama cat, on the other hand, Dora, because she's a street cat, she fights us every time we have to give her anything, even if it's just like parasite pills. She's like, ah! And this time around, with these pills, Frodo and Smeagol have actively like thrashing around and like visibly gagging and trying to spit it out. So normally they just take the pills, and we're wondering what it's going to be like when we give them their anti-parasite pills in another month, if they're now going to no longer trust us because they had this really bad experience with these pills. Nish says, I'm so glad I refunded this. Well, then what the fuck are you doing here watching my stream, Nish? Get the fuck out of my YouTube channel. You're not fucking welcome here. If you didn't like this game and you refunded it, fuck off. We're here having fun playing it, and we don't want to hear you being a little bitch. Or as Cliff and the others would say, hang on, I got to pull up the chat. We got to pull up the words that they taught us. So the Greymanes have taught us these words: cunt knuckle and cockweasel. So if you're going to be a cunt knuckle or a cockweasel and just bitch about the game in my chat, you're not fucking welcome here, because we're here to have fun and play the game. So piss off, go back to Reddit, and go somewhere where they give a fuck. We don't. We're here having fun playing the game, and if that's what you're here for, you're welcome to be a part of our community. But if you're just going to be a worthless cunt knuckle or cockweasel, we don't want you here. So there's the door. If you can't figure out how to use it on your own, I'll take care of it for you. Everybody else, hope you're having fun as we play Crimson Desert. Later today, we'll be back for more Greedfall 2, courtesy of a key from Nakon. Shout out to them. Play a lot of games. This is the day job. So is dealing with trolls every single day. Alright, we gotta find where this traitor might be.
Hail to you, my dear.
Oh, you called me my dear?
Wouldn't mind working at the manor. Steady work, steady meals. You
He
think
might
there's any
be.
positions open?
He might be out back. Do you think I would be streaming a game that I didn't like? Are you an idiot? Why would I be playing something that I don't like?
Good work.
You really think it'll be all right?
What are you worrying about? It'll all be over once we drive Shakatu out.
Huh? Who are you?
You have to be
Found
exhausted
you,
to sleep.
traitor.
If your character's not in a state of exhaustion, you can't sleep.
Shakatu was 10 steps ahead of you.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, cunt knuckles and cockweasels make me laugh pretty hard, sausage. We're gonna tie him up. I'm on the PS5 Pro. I am obviously playing on maxed out quality grade. Maxed out graphics, baby. Doke says, So this poor really nice guy at night, he's a really small streamer dude getting ran over by trolls. I told him to come watch how you deal with them. That's right. Gray says, I like this game so much I bought it twice. That is true. Gray brought it. Gay. Gray, you gay. Gray bought the game on the PC and then switched to the PS5 because it had better controls. So Gray enjoyed enough. I can't speak today. Gray enjoyed the game enough to buy it twice. Come here, horsey. I have fought boss fights, Joe. I would urge you to go watch the video from yesterday, Joe. It's called the Reed Devil boss fight. I published it last night because I was told that this was a Dark Souls-like, like there was Dark Souls-like combat in some of the boss fights, and I did not find that to be the case. But I would urge you, it's better if you just go watch the video to watch the Reed Devil fight, because you'll see what I mean. Because there's an explanation at the end of it where I talk things through. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a challenge rating to the boss fights, but as long as you have your gear upgraded and you pay attention to like making sure that your gear is upgraded and you get your skills and all that other stuff, I'm not thinking that I'm gonna have too much of an issue. I could be wrong, but based on what I've seen so far. How do I get up there? We're gonna have to go the long way. Uh-oh, I hear my grandniece saying my name in the kitchen. I may need to go duck out and see what she needs. Yeah, don't buy the game yet, Joe. Definitely go watch that video. The short version that I can give you here, and then you can go watch that other video for context, is that if you try to go fight boss mobs in this game and you don't upgrade your gear, you're going to have a Souls-like experience. But it's also not a Souls-like game because you can quick save the game, you can reload the game, you don't die on instant hits. Like in a Souls-like game, if you miss a block, you can get one-shotted. That doesn't happen here. The fight was definitely challenging. I definitely lost a lot of health, but I just kept popping heal items. I kept blocking, dodging, using my abilities, and eventually I won the fight. So I think it's just you're expected to spend time upgrading your gear. And as long as you do that, the fights will be challenging, but it's definitely not a Souls-like experience. I would say, did you play God of War Ragnarok, Joe, California? Especially if you played like God of War Ragnarok or those two games. If you played those two games on like hard mode, or even if you played those games on normal mode, but you tried to do boss mobs before you were of the proper level to get to those boss fights, you might bounce your head a couple of times and die a couple of times trying to figure out the strategy, especially when you fought like the Valkyries. I would kind of look at the boss fights here as kind of like the Valkyries in the God of War, the most recent two God of War games. Like challenging, but not overly so. And as long as you have the gear and the health potions, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I was extremely nervous because I was told that it's going to be like Souls-like, and then I did it and I was like, no. But I was also like, that was a level 3 boss and I had level 4 gear, so I was definitely like prepared. And I think that's why I had the survivability that other people might not have had trying to face it with like level 1 gear. Yeah, that's true. Every game that has dodging, everybody's like, it's a Souls-like. It's like, no, it's not. There's just blocking and parry. And I don't have parry. Like, I didn't put points into that. And I was told by someone who watched the fight after I did it was that, like, oh, that fight is even easier if you have the parry ability, which I did not have. So I'm going to be putting points into that later on. I don't care for the other characters. I'm not worried about the other characters. I'm here to play as Cliff. I have no desire to play the other two. Yeah, because I beat that boss on first try. It was not a big deal. You're welcome, Starfield's great. Richard Dodson says the game can be enjoyed at 30 frames per second for you. Genuine question. Hey, Richard, fuck off back to Reddit. I'm playing on the PS5 Pro. There is no 30 frames per second, dumbass. If you've got a potato machine, maybe you're getting 30 frames per second, but I am playing on PS5 Pro, which has got 120 hertz. Fuck off back to Reddit. Yeah, I've got 3 points in stamina, 3 points in hit points.
He was conspiring with the bandits behind your back.
So smuggling weapons, were they? Likely planning a
April
full
7th is
rebellion.
almost here, indeed.
We also discovered falsified ledgers in their hideout. All thanks to you, Greymane.
All right, we got a new cloak. Some more contribution. And a kinetic art knowledge acquired. What was that new item I got? Oh, I have a new, I got this thing too, Destruction. Grants a variety of effects when embedded in an equipment socket. What I want to do is I want to unlock this one, the health regen. I need to go unlock that. Banquet cloak. What does that look like? Ugh. Yep, the game has 3 modes on PS5 Pro. I'm playing on quality mode. Maxed out, baby. Ain't no 30 frames here. Buttery, silky, smooth, max quality, max frames. I'm loving it. Saul says, I've got a 1080. Sorry, he says, I'm playing on a mid potato and I've got 60 frames at 1080. It's all about using the settings to your advantage. Yeah, any idiot can go into the settings and adjust things to get the frame rates that they want. Like I said, it's only an idiot that would complain about 30 frames per second. I'm trying to play on a 10-year-old machine. Boss fights are just fine as long as you pay attention to your gear. Garrus says it took me ... more than one try. Joe says I played the first God of War and some Ragnarok. I would, like I said, I would say the boss fights here so far feel like if you try to take on some of the boss fights in that game when you're a little underleveled, or if you try to do the Valkyries before you've gotten your gear sorted out. Because like in that game, if you try to do the Valkyries before you've won the game, the Valkyries are really hard in those 2 God of War games. But if you wait until after you've beat the game, and then you have all of your gear and all of your skill points, and then you go out and face the Valkyries, they are challenging, but not impossible. I always found the Valkyries to be impossible until I beat the game and had my gear. Once I had my gear and my skill points, everything else, the Valkyries became this cool thing that I could do that was like... They were hard fights. I might have to do 2 or 3 tries, but they were not impossible to do. That's the best explanation I can give based off the experiences that I've had. I don't feel like this is a Souls-like game, because if this had Souls-like combat, I wouldn't be playing it. Ralphsta, fuck off, buddy. I'm so sick of you frame rate dipshits in my chat. Get the fuck out of here. You didn't take the hint? Bye. You're banned. Hang on, I'm gonna go ban like 3 people right now for bitching about frames. Give me a second.
Do you have a problem?
That's 1 ban. That's 2 bans. Hi. Hang on, there was a 3rd one too. I gotta go find him now. He disappeared up in the top of my YouTube chat.
Do we know each other?
What's up, honey? Thank you. Oh, there's the other guy, the guy who said he refunded the game. We're banning him too. Get the fuck out of my chat. Alright, I think we're caught up on all the bans. Oh no, I definitely don't like Elden Ring. No thanks. Any game that is going to penalize me for taking my eyes off the screen. Well, the moment you have a game that I could die because I missed a button press, and I can die in a one-shot, I don't play that game. Which is why I don't play Elden Ring or any Dark Souls games. Any game that makes me instantly die if I miss a button press, I refuse to play. I'm sorry. I have a life. My wife just stepped in and said, breakfast ready. What did I do, guys? I was here, and my wife came in, and I said, what's up, honey? And she said, breakfast ready. And I went, okay, thank you. If I die because I have to turn to talk to my wife, or my grandniece comes in and needs something and wants to give me a hug, if I'm gonna die because I'm distracted by real life, by my spouse, or cats, or other things, I won't play that game.
What's up?
Exactly, I would be dead in a Souls game right there. The moment a game punishes me, this game, I can immediately pause the game. Middle of combat, I can pause the game. That's not a Souls-like. I can save this game before combat. That's not a Souls-like. I could save in the middle of a cutscene. That's not a Souls-like. So this is not a Souls-like game, right? Like, it's a challenge. The boss mobs are challenging, but just make sure that your gear, make sure that this stuff right here is leveled up. Like, I've not faced too many of the boss mobs now. I've done, like, I think I've done 3 boss mobs. The Reed Devil was the most recent one. And the Reed Devil is the one that a lot of people have had problems with. I did it on the first try. You can go, I literally published the video on YouTube last night. I did not struggle with that boss. Was it challenging? Yes. Did I almost die a couple of times? Yep, but my gear was upgraded. I just defended a lot, bounced around, chewed through like 30 health items, and kicked his ass. Like, so the fact that I can pause this game is it's not a Souls-like, guys. Like, my wife steps in and goes, like, we literally had this yesterday. I was in the middle of a cutscene. Chris stepped in and he'd say, hey, you have a second? And I went, yeah, honey, what do you need? And I was able to pause in the middle of a cutscene. Like, but speaking of which, everybody, my breakfast was announced. So I just wrapped up 3 hours. So we're going to take a break. And I'm going to go eat my breakfast.
Do I have something on my face?
Go to the park, do some exercises. I will be back later today. We're definitely going to do some more Greenfall 2 today. Probably going to do some more Crimson Desert today as well. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to come back after breakfast and exercises for another stream, or if I'm going to wait till the afternoon to do the next stream. Either way, I'm always live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok, and you should definitely go to YouTube, because what I'm going to do right now, before I go eat breakfast, is I'm going to record my initial review of this game and get that published on YouTube, and then I'm going to go eat. So hop on over to YouTube, because everything in between the streams happens over there, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Stay safe. Happy gaming.